In today's climate, nothing will make you a more accurate or confident shooter than Crimson Trace laser sighting systems. Get the immediate, decisive advantage of the world's only grip-integrated laser sights today. Shoot better. Stay safer. Crimson Trace.
Today on Tom Gresham's Gun Talk, we're in Las Vegas at the Huge SHOT Show, where everyone who makes anything for guns, ammo, or optics is showing off the new stuff. Tom's in the Crimson Trace booth with a lineup of guests announcing what's new. This is going to move fast, so hang on. Now, from on location at the SHOT Show in Las Vegas, here's Tom.
All righty, it is the SHOT Show. Hey, Tom Gresham here. It's Gun Talk. We're having a ball here. We're in the Crimson Trace booth because nobody else would have us, and these guys have low standards.
Nice.
Kent Thomas is with us from Crimson Trace. Thank you so much for letting us hang out here.
Thank you. We're really glad to have you back. This is something that we all look forward to every year.
Boy, you really need to get a life. You know that?
You make a good point. Yes. Yeah.
We were just talking before it came on the air. It's just people are... I mean, the place is full. There's a good, vibrant feel to it. It just feels good. And one of the things we were talking about earlier is that this business of the firearms industry is more family than it is business sometimes, right?
Yeah. The way I would describe it is we all have a common goal. There's a common good that we're all trying to get to, and of course, we all compete with and against each other, and sure. That's a good thing.
Right.
That's how we built the country, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, there's a common goal that we're all striving for, and to your point, the vibe here at the show is really positive, and it's always busy, and and that's good. But this year, as soon as the bell rang, there's more feet on the floor. There's an upbeat energy to it, and it feels great.
And a lot of new products. Holy cow!
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, and you guys, I'm looking, you guys got all kind of new stuff.
Yeah, well, that's our job.
Yeah.
We our new product introductions for 2015 circle around green. We took a long time to figure out the best way to do green, so that we're not just putting green laser sighting systems in the market.
Right.
Contrary to your low standards comments about me personally, we do have a very high standard on what we expect out of our product. So we took a couple of years to figure out how to do it and how to do it right. And, over 80% of what we're introducing in the first part of 2015 centers around green.
I just did an interview with a guy who's asked me, he said, well, what do you think about lasers? I said, well, I used to hate lasers, honestly. And then I actually tried one. And then things changed. And I kind of got it, but I didn't quite get it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until we started doing the force on force training and the real serious low light stuff. And then it's like, and I sound stupid, the light came on for me. And then you're going, holy cow. We were talking earlier about this season's First Person Defender show,
yes,
which just broke. We're just out. We had a lady who had never shot before. She had done a little bit of duck hunting. I don't think she'd ever shot a handgun. Gave her a pistol with a Crimson Trace laser on it. She's in a bed is the scenario. She's leaning on one hand, having to shoot with the other hand, and she's punching a group that you could cover with a quarter.
Wow.
Just putting the dot out there and squeezing the trigger because nobody told her how hard this was supposed to be.
Well, and that's something you cannot do without a laser sighting system. You can't.
Right.
And, I've said it a million times. We teach and we preach. You got to learn the fundamentals. You got to learn how to shoot a firearm. You got to learn front sight, iron sights. And then if you want to be truly accurate and gain confidence, which I'm sure after that episode, for someone who's never shot before, she probably finished and felt, oh my God, I can do this.
It was amazing.
Yeah. So it's all about building confidence and making yourself a more accurate and confident shooter, and that's what we do.
And you guys helped us out with the First Person Defender series. You actually shared some of the letters from your files.
Yeah.
You have all these great letters, and the one knocked me out was and you've seen it now.
Yeah.
The one where we're setting the little girl on fire and her daddy turns a corner and sees this assault taking place.
You did, seriously, that's what we talked about. This is the second time we talked about it this morning, and each time like a little chill came up my body. The best word I can use to describe that whole scenario and actually the segment that you guys shot itself is just it's powerful. It's so powerful. And, when you're, it's hard to put into words, but when you are put in a situation where you are trying to or need to protect something or someone that you love, you need every single resource, every single advantage at your disposal.
That's a great way to put it. Why would you not use everything possible to protect the most precious things in your life?
Absolutely. And, our product is not cheap, and we're the first to say it. We know it's an expensive piece of equipment, but it's not an accessory. We don't view it as an accessory. It sounds sort of corny.
It completes the gun.
It does. We view it as standard equipment. Just as a rifle hunter, you would never buy a deer hunting rifle today without a scope on it.
True.
Ever, right?
True. No.
We view laser sighting systems for personal protection handguns exactly the same way. You're not complete with your firearm until you have a laser sight on it. And at that point, you are now fully prepared and fully equipped for anything that's going to come your way.
I've not shared this with you. I was at a situation. I was carrying a 1911 with a Crimson Trace laser grip on it. Mm-hmm. Nothing happened, but I was sitting here, and it was a very large auditorium, one of those deals. It was very interesting. I was sitting there and thinking, well, if something happened way over there, it's probably 75 yards.
Yeah.
I said, I have the laser. No kidding. I really did have this thought. I'm not sure I could make that shot with the iron sights, but I know I could make the shot with the laser because I know it's sighted in, and I know I have good trigger control.
Yep.
And I could put the laser on something, and I could make that shot. It was the weirdest thing. It was like this realization of I have changed the dynamic by having this laser on my gun.
Yeah, and it's changing the conversation, really. And again, it goes back to that standard equipment. And when there are so many new gun owners in the country now,
right.
I think everyone's in agreement.
Yeah, sure.
And to your point, the woman that you were describing earlier in the scenario, shooting in awkward positions in a bed, someone who's never shot before. They don't spend a lot of time in the traditional independent gun store. They're sometimes a little intimidated to go in there. Mm-hmm. So how do we all educate? How do we all talk to each other about what you need versus what you don't need? And how do we get everyone to understand the best way to protect yourself and to be a more confident gun owner?
Well, for anybody who's not experienced that laser we call it the Crimson Trace moment, if you will. They need to just try it because that's when you see it. And you guys actually have a new theme for that whole thing, Condition Crimson.
We do. We spent a lot of time thinking about what we were just mentioning, which is all the new gun owners in this country. And the thought around Condition Crimson is, for those hardcore gun owners, which are a lot of your listener base, everyone sort of knows and understands the Cooper code, right?
Sure, yeah. You're Condition white or yellow or, yeah.
Right. So the thought about Condition Crimson, we sort of invented a little category in there, Condition Crimson, which is you are not fully prepared until you have a laser sighting system on your firearm. And that is Condition Crimson. And we should all live in Condition Crimson. So everyone who's a hardcore gun enthusiast understands that. But for all the new gunners who are just now coming into the industry and now just carrying for the first time, maybe considering a concealed class, what Condition Crimson means to them is it's the same thing, but they don't have an understanding of the Cooper code. So it's the same thing. I need to be prepared. Yeah. Have you done every single thing you can to prepare yourself?
I think that's a great question for anybody. So, I know you want to be prepared. I know you think of yourself as prepared. Have you done everything? Have you made sure you have every piece of gear that you need? And in this case, it's not something that you actually have to carry extra. It's just on the gun.
Absolutely.
And the beauty is when you grab your gun, it comes on.
That's our instinctive activation, and we're the only company that does that, and that's what we've been able to hang our hat on. And we're very proud to be part of the industry and to be able to help people feel prepared and feel accurate and confident, and that's where we get all those letters, and that's why we're happy to share them with you, and then you turn them into movie magic.
And then go see it. We're on YouTube. Got the new first-person offender series is right there on YouTube.
Incredible.
I'm glad you like it.
There's nothing like it. Nothing.
It's it's hard to put together, and yet it's a joy at the same time.
I'm sure it is.
It's really something.
Yeah,
so.
And it's nice to see. It's nice to see Ryan behind a helmet from time to time.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's important.
That's right. And we also like to get him shot in every episode that we can. You know, he kept saying, "Why do I have to be the bad guy all the time?"
Poor little feller.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting us hang out in your booth here.
Absolutely. Enjoy the day, and you're obviously invited back next year, and we're really proud to have you and GUNTALK Radio in our booth. It's a big deal for us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll chat later.
Great.
Good
Thank
deal.
you.
All right, we'll be right back with more Gun Talk from the SHOT Show floor in Las Vegas.
Crossbreed Holsters is broadening our product selection to serve more of your concealed carry needs. With products handmade in the USA, like the bedside backup, gun belts, and of course our world-famous Super Tuck and Mini Tuck holsters, we understand what works, and we take pride in providing you with a quality product. At Crossbreed Holsters, we live and breathe concealed carry. We make and sell products that we believe in and products that our customers love. To see more, go to crossbreedholsters.com. That's crossbreedholsters.com.
Gun Talk and Springfield Armory present Concealed Carry 2 with Nevada Group. Get serious about concealed carry. Take it to the next level with Concealed Carry 2, the highly anticipated DVD that teaches fighting from a vehicle, shooting from the ground, and the kind of drills that can save your life. Nevada trainers don't just show how, but they explain why, and they make it real. Get Concealed Carry 2, because your life is on the line. Go to shopguntalk.com.
The XDM 3.8 Compact from Springfield Armory is 2 guns in 1. Use as your concealed carry gun with the compact magazine and use the extended magazine for home defense. Carry 13 rounds of 9mm in the compact magazine and a whopping 19 rounds in the extended magazine. To see the entire family of Springfield Armory XDM pistols, go to springfieldarmory.com. That's springfieldarmory.com.
Brownells proudly celebrates 75 years of history and heritage as the world's first choice for firearms, accessories, ammunition, and gunsmithing tools. So whether you're a gunsmith in need of parts and supplies, a new shooter looking for the perfect holster, or a skilled competitor seeking the latest gear, Brownells has what you need. And best of all, every purchase comes with the industry's only forever satisfaction guarantee. Visit us at brownells.com.
Gun Talk continues from the Crimson Trace booth at the SHOT Show.
All right, we are back with you. It is Gun Talk right here at the SHOT Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. Glad that you guys could be with us. We are visited by Dan Compton and Bill Dermody. All right, guys, I know there's this, who do you guys actually work for? Do you even know who you work for anymore? There was this purchase made, and there's this kind of a thing, and I keep using the old name. So tell me where we are.
So currently, we're owned by a company called ATK, Alliant Tech Systems. And sometime in February, I believe the beginning of February, we're going to be split off. So there's a defense division of that company and a commercial division of that company. And the commercial division is going to be its own standalone entity, and that'll be called Vista Outdoors.
Vista Outdoors, okay.
And so that's many brands. So that's Federal Premium Ammunition, Savage Firearms, CCI, Bushnell, Primo. So lots of different brands underneath that umbrella.
All right, cool. So, I mean, they're the companies that people already know.
Yes, sir.
They'll just be under a different umbrella.
Yeah.
Right.
The consumer
to
on the
consumer,
street,
it'll be invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good deal.
For us in the industry geeks,
right?
Yeah, we'll all know about Vista.
All right, so what have you brought today for us to talk about?
Well, this is our most exciting new launch just for the Savage brand in quite some time, but it really is a kind of a new thing for the industry. Is we're rolling out a system jointly that we partnered up with our siblings at CCI, and so we've solved a long-standing problem. We have a rifle coming out called the A17. Okay. It is a semi-automatic rimfire, delayed blowback in 17 HMR.
Really?
So straight blowback 17 HMR rifles have had a well-documented checkered past.
They're problematic.
Yeah, problematic is a nice way of putting it.
Yes,
but so straight blowback systems are not designed to handle pressures like that. So we've created a delayed blowback firearm that reliably and safely, and of course being a Savage, accurately shoots 17 HMR cartridges. And I got a visual aid here just for your benefit.
Hold this up to the microphone here. Okay, what do we have here?
You know, delayed blowback is jargon, right? But a 22 straight blowback system, it doesn't lock. It's just a spring that holds that bolt closed.
You can grab the bolt handle and just rock it back and forth.
It doesn't
There's
lock.
Nothing locking. It's just a spring is holding it forward.
So if you got a higher pressure cartridge and that starts to unlock, while the pressure is still quite high,
that gas is coming out.
Yeah, you get a case rupture and it can get bad. So we've created a system that actually locks, and there's a little delay in there, so it stays locked until the pressure starts to drop off, comes unlocked, and then it operates like a normal semi-automatic.
For people who would need to understand what we're talking about, think 1911. The way that works, you've got a delayed blowback. Because you got to contain the gases until the pressure drops just a little bit, and then you can actually open the action up.
Right. So instead of the barrel tilting down from the slide, we've just got a lug that sticks up out of the top of the bolt and locks into the top of the receiver.
Okay.
It's a completely new action. It's not derivative of anything else. And then the great thing on the ammo side of it, we developed it jointly at CCI. We were testing in our firearms factory in Westfield. At the same time, we were duplicating those tests in our CCI facility in Lewiston, Idaho. And when those tests validated each other and confirmed each other, 500,000 rounds later, and now we have an A17 branded ammo. And Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the ammo?
A17 ammo from CCI.
Yeah. So
the name of the rifle is A17. The name of the ammo is A17.
Clever.
So,
it says on the box, 100 foot per second faster than other 17 HMR loads.
Yes, sir. So
does that mean you have to pull the trigger harder?
Yeah, you might. On this gun, we're hoping you pull it often because you're going to go through them pretty fast. So one thing we did, we put in a bulk pack. It comes in 200 rounds because you're going to be able to go through shells pretty quick with this guy.
It's semi-auto.
Yeah. So what we did is we kind of went to the drawing board on propellant and saw what can we do to get a little more speed. It's a project that we've been working on for a little while. And when this rifle came out, we came up with the right propellant to get us at this velocity. And we found for feed and function, this gun really ate these shells up pretty well. That was what drove this project.
I'm sure you own a semi-automatic shotgun. For reliability, that shotgun likes the heavier loads a little bit better, operates a little better. So we've got a little extra bit of pressure we have in this A17 load. Really makes that gun, under ideal conditions, you may not even notice the difference in reliability, but cold temperatures, the gun starts getting dirty and you haven't lubricated or whatever, you just got that much more slide velocity in there.
And the obvious question I'm sure you've gotten the whole time you've been here is, great, 100 feet per second more, can I shoot that in my rifle I already have?
Absolutely. So we get common question, well, more velocity, is that more pressure? And that's where the new propellants came in. So we're still well within SAMI means and the rules we all follow. And
so this is a 17 HMR Magnum. It's a Magnum.
Mm-hmm.
It's
plus. like a plus V.
HMR plus. Yeah, there you go.
And then on the other hand, the normal CCI and other manufacturers that make 17 HMR ammo, it all operates safely and very reliably in the rifle. You just get that little extra margin of reliability with the higher pressure load.
Now, what kind of bullet do we have loaded in this?
We got a 17 grain, we call it a varmint tip. So your typical polymer tip bullet.
Give me an idea of what kind of accuracy you're getting out of this rifle, Bill.
We haven't completed the validation testing yet, but they are averaging right around mid of angle, which is phenomenal for a rimfire gun.
Yeah.
Some are a little over an inch, some are a little under an inch at 100 yards. So, this version of the gun that we're rolling out right now is a standard sporter barrel gun. It doesn't have a heavy barrel or any. So I think the 17 HMR round is an inherently more accurate round than a 22 long rifle, and you add that, and you have a system that actually locks up and stays closed. That helps accuracy as well. So it's there's an industry standard out there, and then we're raising the standard with this. The standard for reliability, standard for performance, and the standard for accuracy as well.
What's the rifle going to cost?
The MSRP in the rifle is $465.
Okay, and ammo?
It's going to be right around $49.95.
$49.95 for 200 rounds.
Yes.
Okay. Availability?
March.
Okay. Is that like real March, or is that gun introduction March?
We're in production and ramping up as we sit here right now.
So you'll actually have guns.
We have just committed to not ship until we can ship in quantities that won't. You can't ship to some and not to others, or spread it so thin like peanut butter that everybody gets aggravated.
Nobody gets enough.
We are producing them as we speak,
and we're producing ammo to go right alongside with that. So when the guns ship, the ammo will ship at the same.
And the great thing, because we're the same company, we can make sure the ammo shipments and the gun shipments are going to the same places.
I was just going to say, because if you can buy the rifle at some place, but they don't have the ammo,
sometimes with new products, even if we ship a lot, they just go in and out of the stores so quickly because they get gobbled up so quick. So you want to make sure that you're not shipping ammo this guy's got ammo and not guns, and this guy's got guns and not ammo. So another great advantage of having all these brands under one roof.
Give me a quick physical description of this rifle. Is it composite? Is it wood? What are we looking at?
Yeah, it's a synthetic stock. It's got a sporter weight barrel. It's built more substantially than what you would think in a 22 long rifle. It does have a case-hardened steel receiver that's machined from billet. It's got a chrome bolt on it, as you can see from the sample here. Mm-hmm. It's got our barrel luck nut on it that you've learned over the years. We headspace it the same way we headspace our centerfire rifles. It's got an adjustable accu-trigger. It's got a 10-round rotary magazine. I mean, it's not your Black Friday cheapo on ad gun. It's an upgrade gun. Quite honestly, the person who's had a semi-automatic 22, it's a gun that he can upgrade to a Magnum with. And the guy who likes that 17 HMR cartridge and the best option he's had has been a bolt action rifle. It's an upgrade gun for him to get into a semi-auto.
Sweet. Now, what are people doing with 17 HMRs? I know they're shooting prairie dogs, but what else are we doing?
A lot of armor control. We call it urban pest control at times too, but just target shooting. Just target shooting because of that accuracy that you get out of it.
Much better accuracy.
Now, would you consider 17 big enough for a coyote?
That's debatable. It depends on who you talk to.
That's really where the line is, isn't it?
It really is.
Some people say absolutely, yeah, great, and other people go, I don't know.
Yeah, and it kind of just depends where you talk to.
And it all comes down to shot placement, doesn't it?
It always does.
Absolutely.
It
depends on who the trigger man is.
That's right.
And this little bit more speed is going to give you a little more energy, so it might make it a little more better option for that.
That's true. That's true. This is exciting, guys. How long have you been working on this project?
I'm not sure exactly. 2.5, 3 years.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a tough project. A lot of man hours went into it. It was a tough problem to solve, so that's why it took us to solve it.
It's called the A17, the rifle and the ammo. Yeah, I caught that. That is fabulous. Now, where can they find the info on this? Website?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can find information on the ammo at cciammunition.com.
Okay. And savagearms.com on the ammo. And there'll be cross links going back and forth, so if you hit one, you can bounce over to the other real easy.
Very exciting stuff. You guys are just knocking it out of the park, man. And I got a feeling this is not the last we're going to see of these crossover.
No, we're serving notice that this is the way we're going to do business. There will be more launches like this. And Bushnell, another one of our sister brands, has a scope with a 17 HMR turret.
Ooh, all right,
we control the whole system.
We'll talk about that next time. Thanks, guys. Exciting stuff. The A17 rifle and ammo. Check it out on the web. Be right back with more Gun Talk.
Have you taken your family, friends, and kids shooting lately? You're listening to Tom Gresham's Gun Talk, and we'll be right back. Put together 60,000 of your friends to talk about guns and shooting, and you have the SHOT Show. Now here's Tom from the Crimson Trace booth.
All right, we're back with you. Hey, it's Tom Gresham. It's Gun Talk. We're in the Crimson Trace booth at the SHOT Show, Las Vegas, Nevada. 62,000 people here, and about half of them have been in your booth, Andrew, over at Trijicon.
Yeah, I think they just left that.
Andrew Chilkiewicz has joined us from Trijicon. Of course, everybody knows Trijicon as the ACOG company. Yep. And then, of course, they know them as the AccuPoint company, and then the RMR company, and now you walk over and drop this on me. I did not know you guys were doing this. You've moved into another area.
We have just announced the new product at the SHOT Show. Actually, two new products. We've branched off into our HD binoculars and HD spotting scope line.
Wow. So, okay, I'm looking here. We got 8x42s, 10x42 binoculars. First of all, why?
Well, we looked at this for a couple of years ago, and we're really looking to bring some differentiation to a product line like this. And at the time, we didn't really see that we could bring a Trijicon difference to this until now.
Okay.
So we've worked hard to revisit that and come up with a couple of products that we think are really supporting the Trijicon brand, in that they are different. And they are different in that we've built both of these products to be more for hunting and tactical use. And when I say that, most binoculars are really birding optics.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Okay.
And
so I think I see where you're going. Where the optics may be good, but they may not be rugged enough.
Well, rugged enough is one of those areas that we wanted to look at. In addition to that, we've worked with the glass. Quite honestly, we're known for low light optics.
True.
And we wanted to bring that same technology and that same mindset into the binoculars and the spotting scope. So what we're looking at here are binoculars and spotting scopes that really are better suited for low light conditions. So really the hunter, long range tactical guys, that, in particular the hunting group, that, as you know, the big trophies come out in the morning and in the evening.
I was going to say that last 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes.
Right.
And if you can see them earlier, you have the edge. I mean, that's the key. When you can see them, you can move on.
That is right. So we developed these lenses. They're fully broadband, multi-coated fluoride lenses, and they do all of the things that our engineers wanted them to do, avoiding chromatic aberration and bringing more light transmission in and clarity. And we think we've got a winner with this, and we really think that they really do set themselves apart in what they're able to offer.
They look good. I like the color. I don't know if that's call that a gray, or is it almost like a tint of green.
It's a gray green, and I think that appeals in not only to the hunter but also to the tactical crowd.
Right.
I mean, it works. It works well.
And that we should explain, because I can't see them. The roof prism binoculars, the skinny straight tube type, which is allows you to have a more compact and a lighter optic.
That's right. Yeah, the roof prism design is shallower. It's slimmer, more compact shape. So especially for the hunter who may be drawing back that bow or bringing that rifle scope up, or that rifle up, it allows for a lot more room in the chest area.
What's our price point on these?
The 8 buys are $799 MSRP, and the 10 buys are $849.
And in optics, generally, MSRP is, you're going to pay less than that. Fair enough?
Yeah, street price is going to be less. Obviously, the dealer is going to help set that price where they think it's going to allow them to make the money that they would like to make. But
okay. Now, this big honking thing you got over here, the spotting scope, what is this all about?
In the same fashion to the binoculars, we brought some of the same mindset in developing the spotting scope as we brought into the binoculars. Still looking at the broadband multi-coated fluoride lenses. It's magnesium construction. Actually, both the binoculars and the spotting scope are magnesium. So
that makes it strong and light.
Strong and light, and what that allowed us to do then is to bring that weight down on the framing, and then we can bring a little bit more of a robust durability to the armament.
That's interesting. Okay, magnesium body is cool. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
And this spotting scope is a 20 to 60, so it's a variable or adjustable power.
That's right. What's nice about this is that it has this dual focus knob technology, which allows for coarse and fine knob application. So it's very quick to get on game, without a lot of finger movement.
Huh. Okay. It says, oh wow. It's an 82 millimeter objective lens?
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain, because you know what an optics geek I am.
Yes, I do.
An 82 millimeter objective lens does more than just sucks in light. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't get this. When you go up to 60 power, you can have a 60 power scope with a 40 millimeter objective lens. You just don't have any detail.
Right.
It falls apart.
That's right.
You've got to have a big objective lens, that's the end facing the object you're looking at, not your eye, to support, if you will, having a higher magnification.
Yes.
So if you have a small scope with high magnification, all you get is a big blurry image.
Right. And the engineers worked very hard to find that right balance in what we were trying to achieve. So all on par. What we've got is the superior light transmission and the color fidelity that everybody really needs to be looking for in a quality scope.
Outstanding. And you got actually a second eyepiece you can get for it.
Yes, there is a wide angle lens as an accessory available. It's a 25 to 50 for that more wide angle applications, and so we think we're providing a little bit of everything for
where I
everybody.
see this also, certainly for hunting. But for the long-range target shooting going on,
yes,
this would be outstanding.
Yes, and that's a market that we readily support, and we believe that there's application for that as well. One of the nice things I can point out about this, Tom, is that it has an indexing feature on this particular spotting scope to allow 260 degree or 250 degree application. So you can actually sit while you're ranging your optic or your rifle.
Right.
You've got your tripod set up. You don't have to be standing up to do the traditional stand over the top of a spotting scope. You can just index that right over, still get the same.
So the eyepiece actually swivels.
It swivels on both sides.
Okay. I like it. All right, now, and the minute we got left, you got a little hidden thing on the bottom there. We got to at least tell people about the new RMR.
Yes, it's one of the other products that we introduced here at the SHOT Show. The popularity of the RMR is well known. We are building as many as we can. One of the things that we wanted to address was the MOA size, the dot size, for those people who are looking to use this as a primary optic, say on a carbine. With a little more long-range shooting, they're looking for less holdover, and this MOA RMR one-dot adjustable LED brings it down to a very small size.
So a smaller dot, which allows more aiming precision.
Right.
Because a lot of the other dots are originally designed for speed.
That's correct. Speed and close quarters application.
Right. So this one, you could actually use this as your fine sighting system on your carbine, on your rifle.
We're seeing more and more of that. People are very happy with the 223, 556 application with a red dot sight on it for their primary optic.
How far out are they shooting with this?
Oh, I've seen them, plinking steel at a couple hundred yards with these things if you know your rifle.
Right. Wow. Okay. Is this available?
It is available. Actually, we're building them now, and we're ready to ship.
And the binoculars and the scope, when are those available?
They are available now. We've got them in the factory.
No kidding.
Yes.
Is all this on the website now?
It is on the website.
Trijicon, Trijicon, Trijicon.com.
That is correct.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Tom.
You guys have been busy.
We have. We like it that way.
That's great. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back at the SHOT Show in Las Vegas.
In the war on terror, fighting crime in the streets, in competition and homes around the world, one name in firearms stands out: Sig Sauer. Our pistols and rifles are renowned for their unfailing performance. This same commitment to excellence can be found in our line of SigTac accessories and the training offered by the Sig Sauer Academy. For unmatched quality, reliability, and innovation when it counts, choose Sig Sauer. Visit SigSauer.com today.
For 36 years, the U.S. Sportsmen's Alliance has been fighting to protect hunting, fishing, and trapping for sportsmen from coast to coast. Today, we are under constant attack from extremist animal rights groups who want to end your ability to hunt in the U.S. Join us to protect our sporting heritage and our way of life outdoors. To join or for more information on how you can help, go to ussportsman.org. That's ussportsman.org.
Looking for shooting instruction but don't know where to go? Well, we have it, and you can access hours of training and safety videos, which you can watch on your home computer. On GUNTALKTV.com, we have top competitive shooters, the best in self-defense trainers, and folks who have hunted all over the world, helping you learn which gun to buy, how to use it, how to store it safely, and everything else you need to be a safe and competent shooter. We also have gun makers showing off their newest rifles, shotguns, and handguns. Doesn't matter if you're a veteran shooter or a complete beginner, you'll find what you need at GUNTALKTV.com. You can check it out for free, and you can get full access for only $5.95 a month. That gives you unlimited access to hundreds of videos, and we're adding more all the time. Run the videos over and over to make sure you understand what's being said. Skip around. You're in control. Get smarter. Shoot better. Visit GUNTALKTV.com.
Every day, law enforcement agencies worldwide put their trust in the HST bullet from Federal Premium Ammunition. Built to protect our streets and defend our freedoms, HST, in its iconic mushroom, provide reliable and consistent performance. That same technology is now available for your personal defense needs when protecting your home and defending your family. Personal Defense HST. Proven, trusted performance. Federal Premium Ammunition. Every shot counts.
Now, even more new product announcements from the Crimson Trace booth at the SHOT Show.
I don't want to say anything, but there's a lady with a rocket launcher right here, and we're going to catch the exhaust out of this one, Kevin. This is not good.
There's a little backblast there.
A little backblast there. Kevin Wilson's joining us from Davidson's Gallery of Guns. We're in the Crimson Trace booth. No, I'm not kidding. They really do have a shoulder-fired rocket launcher here. And with a laser on it, of course, right?
Tom, I'm not sure I signed up for that.
You didn't get the hazardous duty pay on this one?
No, but I'm putting in for it.
There you go. I would. All right, so tell me what Gallery of Guns has been up to, what Davidson's does. You know what? Let's back the truck up. There are people who probably don't even know what you guys do. So we ought to explain the concept of what's going on.
Well,
here.
If they don't know, we haven't been doing a good enough job talking about
That's true. We should have done more better. But let's do it anyway.
Well, Davidson's, as you well know, is one of the top distributors of firearms in the country, selling wholesale to FFL dealers all across the country. Gallery of Guns is our consumer website, and we set that up originally to help our dealers, to drive business towards our dealers. But that's a site that consumers can get on and draw from our inventory, order firearms. It has an excellent search engine. You go in, you pick what manufacturer you're looking for, what model of firearm you're looking for, and we'll show you, here's all our dealers in your area, show you the bottom line price you're going to pay for that gun, and then we ship it to that dealer in your local area, and that's where you pick it up. It's a sale for them. It's not...
They're not buying it on the internet exactly. They're
Correct.
actually buying it from the dealer. They're ordering it.
Correct.
Would that be a fair way to put it?
Absolutely. If a dealer, they can only stock so many firearms, both from a financial standpoint as well as a physical standpoint.
Sure.
So here's Davidson's warehouse that has $30-40 million worth of guns that you can choose from and bring to your local dealer.
Whereas Joe's Guns isn't going to have that.
Right.
Okay.
He's not going to be able to stock every single thing that every manufacturer offers, but we come really close to doing that.
So, in effect, you become the local store's warehouse.
Exactly.
So, the consumer, the woman who wants to buy a gun, goes on your website, galleryguns.com, finds a gun they want, says, puts in zip code, says, these are the dealers in your area, pick one, right?
Yep.
And then you order it, you pick it, it gets shipped, and how long does it take to get there generally?
You know, in as little as 48 hours. It depends on it. There could be a weekend. The dealer may have some other items coming to them anyway, but we can get it there very quickly.
So, for 2 to 5, 6 days, you're going to have the gun in there, and it's going to be what you're looking for because you saw it, you selected it, you basically almost designed it. You got the caliber you want, got the configuration you want, and you can see what's in stock. Because it's not on there, you tell them you have it to ship. Right?
We don't do any pre-orders. We don't do any back orders. If there's a number there that says available, then as soon as you place that order, that gun gets pulled off the shelf. It's in your name, and it's reserved for you.
Do they put up money up front, a deposit or anything?
We do take a 25% deposit on the gun. And then you pay the balance when you go pick it up at the dealer and do your NICS check.
And we should explain for people that may not know, they're thinking, they're buying guns on the internet. No, you go to the dealer and you're going to do the federal FBI background check is going to be done right there.
Exactly.
So,
we're not skirting any regulations whatsoever.
No.
And that's considered a local sale for that dealer. You are supporting your local dealer.
That's a good point because we always talk about support your local dealers. And in fact, you are doing that. All you're doing is saying, hey, I see the warehouse over here, ship it to my dealer, and I'm going to go buy it from my dealer.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you think about a single-shot rifle or a Ruger number 1 or something like that. Most dealers not going to have that heavy stock in these niche guns.
Right.
Well, going on our site gets that gun to your dealer that you're supporting already. So it's a local sale.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what, hold that thought here because when we come back, I want to talk to you about the other thing you guys do because you have guns that nobody else has.
Yes, we do.
You got some special guns that you guys help design and put them together. And I don't care where you go, catalogs, on the web, any place else, you can't find these guns unless you go to galleryofguns.com. We'll talk with Kevin Wilson when we come back to that. We're at the SHOT Show. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Tom Gresham. It's Gun Talk. We're having a ball. I tell you what, this is a lot of fun.
You don't have to agree with Tom to participate in the show. Call now with any of your concerns about guns, gun rights, or particular firearms, or suggestions for your shooting activity or personal protection. 1-866-825-5486. Gun Talk is coming right back. Welcome back to the Crimson Trace booth at the SHOT Show. Here's Tom with even more gun industry news.
Okay, this is just cool. Kevin and I are sitting here, Kevin Wilson with Gallery Guns, and who walks by? Mike Pfeiffer, the president of Ruger. Shoot the breeze with him, right? This is a fun deal. Don't you just love this?
I love this show. That's one of the best part about it is meeting up with people and personally talking to people that you work with all year long. But this show gives you an opportunity to all get together personally.
Yep, exactly. All right, when we tease this thing, we went to the break. You guys have guns that nobody else has. How does that work?
That's our exclusives program, and as a matter of fact, you mentioned Ruger. We do a lot of work with them on that as well, but we do it with several manufacturers. The head of our purchasing department is a man that has extensive firearms knowledge, been doing it all his life, and he sits down with manufacturers and comes up with designs, configurations, might be a different finish, different stock.
He's the what if guy. Hey, what if we did?
He pretty much is.
Yeah.
And it is as simple as, it would be cool if.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they put that gun together and they do a production run for us and we offer it, and it's a gun configuration that you can't get anywhere else.
And you got a bunch of them. I was over there the other day. I was just knocked out at the color choices, the barrel configurations, the changes, and you go, oh, that's so cool.
It is. And sometimes it's a gun, we're not manufacturing a brand new gun.
Right.
But sometimes it's a gun that, okay, this gun has been available forever, but you've never been able to get it in this barrel length, or you've never been able to get it with this stock or this finish.
Or this kind of sights or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it can be all of the above.
Or in a particular caliber.
Actually, that's
a big deal. I mean, when you say, okay, we're going to have a run of this in whatever, 257 Roberts, and everybody goes, oh, yep. That's pretty sweet.
Yep, and we're the only place you can get that. So,
right. And when you go to the website, the Gallery Guns website, there's a place on the side that says exclusives, right?
Yes. On the website, I know you're familiar with it. We have the Gun Genie, where you can search by caliber, by brand, by whatever aspect you're looking for. But on that left-hand side, we'll have exclusive section that brings up every exclusive that we have built, that we have available, and you can go straight to them.
And we're not talking about 6 or 10 guns here. You got a lot of them.
Oh, no. We have a ton of them. We've probably done a dozen this year.
Because when you go there, you're going to see several dozen at least.
Oh, sure. And they will run for, a year, maybe 2 years. And I can guarantee you what we're doing at this show right now is putting together some new ones.
Well, and that's a good point, because people will say, well, they used to have something and it's not there anymore. Yeah, that's the way it works. So if you like it, you probably ought to get it right now, because there's no guarantee it's going to be there when you come back.
Go ahead and get it. We're not going to make this exclusive for 20 years.
Right.
It's a limited run, and it's a limited availability, and you can only get it from us.
It was like a fisherman friend of mine said, look, when you find a bait you like, buy 2 of them.
Exactly.
When you come back to the store, they're not going to have any of them.
Right. They'll stop making it.
That's it. So once again, it's galleryofguns.com. You got all these, hundreds and hundreds of guns there that people can order. They get delivered to their local dealer. They buy it from the local dealer.
Yes.
And the other thing is, you actually get good prices that way too.
Oh, you absolutely do. We're going to have specials every week and every month, and those change constantly. So if we get a good buy on something, we're going to give you a good buy on something.
Sounds great. You guys are located right there in Arizona.
Yes, sir, Prescott, Arizona, and we're opening a new distribution center in North Carolina this summer.
Outstanding. Very good. And people want to know more about it, they just go to the website?
Yes, sir, galleryofguns.com.
Galleryofguns.com. So when are we going to see the new ones?
Oh, they're coming.
Yeah?
Right now.
Cool.
They're being made right now.
I can't wait. Kevin, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, man.
Tom, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Love it. We are going to be back in just a minute. We're at the SHOT Show, of course. I'm Tom Gresham. Check it out, galleryofguns.com, and check out those exclusives.
No black helicopters here, just the facts about gun rights and gun ownership. This is Gun Talk.